Welcome to another episode of Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement. I'm here at the News Forum, where all voices matter. It's great to have Tony Elenis back with us on the show. He is the president of the Ontario Restaurant, Hotel and Motel Association. Let's check in on the trends in the hospitality sector. Welcome back, Tony.
Great to be back, Tony. Thank you.
I guess the first thing is maybe give us an update. A lot has happened, I know, since the pandemic for your sector. So maybe can you bring our audience a little bit up to date?
Well, the hospitality industry is constantly evolving. It's adapting to new trends and customer expectations. But there have been challenges. The pandemic devastated this industry. We're out of it. We're what we might call, in many cases, post-pandemic, although we don't want to use that word anymore.
Right.
It's spectacular performance. What can I say? In many areas, hotels are doing very well. Many in the restaurant sector are doing great numbers, but there are many that are struggling. And there seems to be a shift and a wave that is changing the food service area. Perhaps we can talk about it. But right now, the expectations are met and exceeded in many ways. We just need to ensure that we have our fair share globally and within our sector, because this industry is a huge industry. It's bigger than mining, forestry, agriculture, and employs many, many workers.
Yeah, there must be, you represent the Ontario industry, so there must be many hundreds of thousands of workers in these parts of the hospitality sector, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this industry, just in Ontario, between hotels and restaurants, generate just under $50 billion a year. There's 9 million Ontarians that eat in a restaurant every day. It's incredible statistics. And everyone knows us. Everyone knows what a hotel looks like and stayed there. Same with restaurants.
Indeed, indeed. It's really part of our fabric of existing in the 21st century. There's no doubt about that. I would love to, let's sort of delve into some of the factors that are pulling the industry, some good ones, some bad ones. One that comes to mind for me is the work from home kind of trend we've seen that was really accelerated by the pandemics. Can you give us a sense of how that's impacted on restaurants and overnight stays?
Well, first of all, the pandemic has proven that we're all humans and we have the appetite to travel and get out of our homes. Events have picked up, travel, and it's Ontarians that are traveling and have boosting the hotel performance. It has been like that since 2020, continues to be. We are challenged with international visitors and the business travel, but the business travel, yes, they're using virtual meetings just like you and I are doing right now.
Right.
And that is hindering the success of the industry and total recovery. And the government jobs, which makes up a huge and a significant amount of hotel stays, are still now not out and about. They're still working from home. And I believe there might be a mandate soon that they'll need to work 4 days a week from the office, because every time everyone is out there driving a car, they stop for a coffee, they go for lunch, they have a cocktail, and they stay in hotels because they travel. But yes, it's sort of a hybrid model that we're living in right now.
Right.
And some meetings are face to face, but many are still continue to be virtual.
But I think just looking at the overnight stays, a lot of things that drive the overnights, like hockey tournaments, as an example, or conventions, they're back in fashion now, right?
They are back from the domestic travel.
Yeah.
From overseas in the Americas, we still need some work to do, and we need to be patient. It's coming back, but that is when government and industry need to work together.
Yeah, no. So that's one area of concern for you is the international side of things. Is that right?
That's right. It's we're about 77% of the numbers that we had in 2019 right now, and the international visitation to this country is huge. $22 billion they spend when they're here, much more spend than the domestic traveler. So it does not only support the success of hospitality, tourism, but retail and many other areas out there.
We're going to continue with our guest, Tony Elenis. He is the president and CEO of the Ontario Restaurant, Hotel, and Motel Association. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be back after these messages.